Good morning, Standard 9 and 10. Today's video is for both 9 and 10 because we are doing the grammar portion and the grammar syllabus is same for Standard 9 and 10. So the topic we will cover today is modals, the modal verbs. As you all know, the modal verbs are can, could, shall, should, will, would, may, might, have to. So what I am going to do is, today I am going to teach you how to formulate the formulation of modal verbs and their uses. Okay? So modal verbs, they are always followed by the infinitive without to. Okay, for example, shall, go, can, run. So we are not using any to with them. So modal verbs, they are followed by the infinitive without to. Next is they are same for all the pronouns. Whether the pronoun is singular, plural, it doesn't affect a modal. For example, I can run, but when we say we, when I'll use we, the modal will be same. We can run. Okay. She should go, they should go. Okay, so with pronouns, for all the pronouns, the modals remain the same. Third characteristic of modals is they take direct, negative and question forms. For example, we can't go there. Can she go? Okay, so we are taking direct, negative and questions. Next is they never combine with another modal verbs. Like I'll not say can, should, she, go. Okay, so two modals are not combined. Now, what I'll do is I'll show you the usage one by one. I'll take the modals and tell you their definite uses, because it is very confusing for students where to use which modal. Okay then. Okay children, now we will see the uses of two modal verbs, that is can and could. I have written some sentences here, and with those sentences, through those sentences I will explain the usage. Now, first let us take can. She can speak French. I can type for you. They can't sing. You can't cut vegetables with a nail cutter. Now she can speak French. What is it showing? What is it telling us? It is telling us the ability. When you want to express ability of something or someone, we will use can. So she can speak French. This is her ability, that she can speak French. So therefore, to express ability, we use can. She can speak French. I can type for you. Okay, this is her ability and intention also, that she can type for. I am saying that I can type for you. Okay, again it is showing my ability and intention. They can't sing. Now what is it showing? Is it showing ability? No, this is showing disability. What is the disability? That they can't sing. Maybe they can dance, but they can't sing. So here the modal verb can't, which is in the negative form, can't. It is showing, telling us that the disability of the speaker. So they can't sing. Next is you can't cut vegetables with a nail cutter. Now here the disability is shown of the nail cutter. That with nail cutter you cannot cut vegetables. Okay, you can open a tin can, you can cut your nails very much, you can open tin cans. Okay, you can cut people sometimes, but then you cannot cut vegetable. It is unhygienic also, isn't it? So here we are shown the disability of a nail cutter because it cannot cut vegetables. Understood? So can shows what? Ability or disability of something or someone. Followed? Okay, now let us move to the next model, that is could. Now could is also the past tense of Could you repeat that, please? Now the first sentence, I could read without glasses last year. What is it telling? It is telling my past ability. What is it showing? My past ability. So in the past, what was I able? Oh, I able to. I could read without wearing spectacles or glasses. But now I cannot. So I could read without glasses last year. So to show past ability, we will use the modal verb could. Next one. She could stitch when she was young. Again, this is showing someone who has grown old and the past ability. And what is the past ability? She could stitch nice things, nice frocks and clothes she could stitch. But as she has grown old, because here I am using young, so as she has grown old, she is unable to do that, maybe because of eyesight or any disability. So this is her disability. So that she no longer can stitch. But this is telling us, this sentence is telling her past ability of stitching clothes. Understood? So could expresses what? Past ability. Now next is, I couldn't sleep last night. Okay, this is also showing disability. I was unable to sleep last night because the music was being played in my neighborhood. So I was unable to sleep. So this is again showing something in which you are unable to sleep. Now, could you repeat that, please? What is this? This is showing what? Request, polite request. To make polite request, we will use could. Could you repeat that, please? Especially children in the class. Ma'am, repeat that, ma'am, once again. So don't forget to use could and please. Okay? So could you repeat that, please? So these are the uses of the modal verb could. Understood? Let us move to the other modal verbs. Okay, children. So now we will do the next modal verbs. Will take may and might. Now written some sentences. Look at the board. May I use your pen? May I come in? That may happen again. It is cloudy outside. It may rain any time. So take your umbrella. So may I use your pen? What is it showing? It is showing that someone is asking permission. I am asking permission. So to ask permission, we will use may. Don't say, can I use your pen? It is very, in informal language we use can. Because can, I told you, it shows ability. Of course you can use a pen, isn't it, if you are not disabled. So whenever for asking for permission, what you will use? Which model? May. May I use your pen? Okay. Next is, may I come in? Okay. So whenever you go, come into the class, you ask, teacher, may I come in? Isn't it? So for asking permission, for seeking permission, you will use may. And one more thing, children, while granting permission, for asking permission, you will use may. But for granting permission, you will use, suppose I'm asking, may I use your pen? Okay, so what you will say? Yes, you may. No, you will say, yes, you can. Understood? Similarly, may I come in? So what I will say? What you will say? Yes, you can. Understood? The reply will be in can. Okay. Now next is that may happen again. Now here, that may happen again is showing a strong possibility. So to show strong possibility, we use the modal verb may. Followed? Next sentence, it will make it more clear. It is cloudy outside. It may rain any time. So what is it showing? What is it denoting? It is denoting extreme possibility or a stronger possibility. That it is cloudy and that indicates that it is definitely going to rain. So take your umbrella or don't go now. Understood? So when you are very sure for strong possibilities, you will use the modal verb may. Okay, so may is used for seeking or asking for permission, and giving permission, granting permission, you will use can, and may is used to show stronger possibilities. Fine then. Now let's move to the next model, that is might. It might happen again. She might not accept the challenge. He might have missed the train. Now it might happen again. Now might is, you know, it is used here as showing, it is showing weaker possibility. To show weaker possibility, we will use might. So it might happen again. Maybe in the we are talking about some incident. Okay, it might happen. That is, it is it's less likely that certain thing will happen again. She might not accept the challenge. So you have challenged someone and you are sure that she is not going to accept that challenge or that offer. So when you are, you know, there is a lesser possibility, weaker possibility, we will use might. Now next one, it is a different sentence. He might have missed the train. Now here it is showing some possibility in the past. Maybe someone is getting late. He has to come at 3 o'clock. Still he has not arrived. So what you will see, you will assume that he might have missed the train. Okay. So here what he will do is have done. This particular verb will be followed with might when you are showing some possibility which might have happened. So he might have missed the train. Understood? So with that we conclude may and might. We'll move to the other models. Okay children, now we will do will, the uses of will. Look at the board. I will call you tomorrow. Will you turn the TV down, please? I'll give you a surprise if you come out with flying colors. I will die for my country. She will be in the college next year. Now, first sentence, I will call you tomorrow. This is a formulation of the future tense, simple future. To formulate a future tense, we will take help of the verb will. I will call you tomorrow. Okay? Next is, will you turn the TV down, please? So, while making request, you will, along with only with you will use will you. Okay, will you turn the TV down? In the class also your teacher must be saying, will you please keep your mouth shut when you are talking a lot? So with request, you will use, will you turn the TV down, please? Next is, I will give you a surprise if you come out with flying colors. Now, what do you mean by flying colors? Flying colors means good grades, good marks. Okay. So, I will give you a surprise. So, this is what? This is a promise I am making. I will. So, to make promises, we will use the model will. Next is, I will die for my country. What is this? This is my determination. Okay, so when you are speaking about determination, with I and we will use will. I will die for my country if needed. She will be in the college next year. So this is assumption. To show assumptions, we will use will. So these are the uses of the model will. Now we'll move to the next model, that is would. Okay children, now we will see the uses of would. The first sentence, what would you like? I would like a glass of water, please. When I lived in the city, I would walk everywhere. When she was at school, she would play the guitar. If we had time, we would have come and seen you. Now here in the first sentence, look at the board. What would you like? I would like a glass of water. So for polite expressions, we use the model would. Fine. What would you like? I would like a glass of water. So to be very polite, for polite expressions, we use this model. Next is when I lived in the city, I would walk everywhere. Now this is telling us about some past habit, not ability. Don't confuse with ability. This particular sentence is talking about past habit. So when I lived in the city, okay, we are talking about past, I would walk everywhere. So that was my habit. So to speak about past habits, we will use the modal would. Next is when she was at school, she would play the guitar. The same thing, past habit. Okay, when she was at school, she would play the guitar. So this is her past habit. So to express past habits, we use the modal would. Next is if we had time, we would have come and seen you. See children, for conditional 2 and conditional 3 sentences, we use the modal would. Okay, so these are the uses of would. Let us move to the next model.